This is Movie Reviews for Life again, and I'm continuing on with my reviews for Return of the Living Dead trilogy, which was requested by rowdyroughman, and here we go with part 2. This was directed by Ken Wiederhorn, who also had a turn in directing a couple of episodes of Freddy's Nightmares. I'm not really sure of anything else he's done. But, if you look it up, I don't know, maybe at some point I'll write down which episodes he directed, because I do have the TV show on DVD. But anyway, let me get back to the film at hand. There's no set time from the time that this film was released, from the time that this film starts from the last time. So let's just get to it. There's an army truck riding during the credits, and one of the canisters, which has another zombie and more zombie gas in it, comes off. Why it is that there's still trucks going around with this stuff on it after what happened, I'm not sure. They neutralized an entire town, killing hundreds and hundreds of innocent people as well as affected people, just to cover it up. So why the hell they would go ahead and start riding the stuff around like that, I'm not sure. But anyways, a kid named Jesse and a bully named Billy. Jesse's played by Michael Kenworthy, and the bully is played by Thor Van Lingen. Come upon this along with a third kid. I believe he's an unnamed kid, basically, and they start to kind of fool around with it. The nerve gas leaks open, and the Billy winds up getting kind of infected by it. They run back. Jesse runs home, has a little beef with his sister Lucy, played by Marsha Dietlein, and stuff starts to happen. I don't know if it has to do. I don't know if the stuff leaked into the ground, and that's how they started to reanimate the bodies that's in the nearby cemetery again. Conveniently, another nearby cemetery. But these barrels certainly know where to land. But anyways, meanwhile, on the other side of the story, there's a couple of grave robbers. This time they are played by Thom Mathews as Joey and James Karen as Ed. Thom Mathews and James Karen played Freddy and Frank in the first film. They are playing different characters this time. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just kind of, oh, cool, we get people from the first film, blah, blah, blah. They're also tagged along by Joey's girlfriend, Brenda, played by Suzanne Snyder. And they're just there, grave robbers, they're the ones who actually start to notice the dead rising, well, Brenda, anyway. And, they wind up running into Jesse and his sister and a love interest for Lucy named Thom Essex. He's played by Dana Ashbrook. And hilarity ensues. You got several scenes that I can pick that are just freaking hilarious. One scene is the head screwdriver thing. He's like he gets stuck in one of the zombies' heads. Gets stuck in the head with a screwdriver by Thom, and he's like, "Get that damn screwdriver out of my head," And he's just it's a funny scene. You have to really watch it to really get your laughs off on it, because it's just crazy. Like, you would not expect it to happen. There's more comedy in this film than there was in the first film. People seem to sometimes forget that this was meant to be a parody of zombie films that kind of just went out on its own. It's a franchise within a franchise, within a parody of a franchise, basically. Kind of like the Scary Movies, but better, in my opinion. What happens, it's the whole chase thing. They combine, they kind of work together, they kind of don't. The characters in this film, I'm sorry to say, they're not as well developed as in the first film. I still love the film. I would give it 3 out of 5 to 3.5 out of 5, but it's not. I don't know. I can't really pick. Like, I'm looking at Wikipedia because the characters weren't well developed. I can't remember the characters' names, and I've seen the movie a million times over. The only character I remember is Brenda, and that's because I liked her when I was a kid. I thought she was cute. You know, now I just see her as an airhead. You know, she's still cute, but she was an airhead. You know, but I couldn't really remember any of the characters' names because, like I said, they weren't developed. I can remember every single one of the characters from the first film because they were characters that I cared about. Every time I watched the films, I remembered their names. You know what I mean? And even the crazy names like Scuzz, you know, I remembered those too. You know, and I just, you know, I mean, they could have developed the characters better. This was basically a film to just, you know, bank in on the original, but it, in some ways, it developed its own cult status. You know, I don't have it on DVD. I actually have it on VHS. But from what I understand, the DVD alters the soundtrack a bit, like the score that I believe it's the score that J. Peter Robinson made. They kind of altered it. I don't know if it might be in the music. I know Anthrax played some songs in this film, so maybe it's actually the music by Anthrax that was changed. But the only way to watch this film with its original music is with the French audio track, which I'm guessing means that, I don't know, France like there's legal things with France, like it's okay from France or something, you know. But there's not really much I can say about this film. It's a good follow-up. You know, it keeps with the comedy. It actually gives you more comedy than the first film did, which, in my opinion, it does kind of make it lose itself a little bit, but it also keeps it from being a complete repeat of the first film, which, in my opinion, is good. So, you know, I definitely recommend to go see it. You know, don't, you know, Part 3 I will get to in a minute. Part 3 is actually very dramatic, very serious. So there shouldn't be any comedy in that one. But in this one, there's a lot more comedy. So, I will get back to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this. And, like I said, I don't have the DVD. Okay, so before I say goodbye, I don't have the DVD. But as far as I know, there's actually no special features on the DVD. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody knows a version that has special features on it, let me know, because I do plan on getting myself a Region 0 or Region 3 DVD player, so I can, you know, get imports or something, so I can, you know, get it sooner or later if it has special features like in the UK or something. Take care of yourselves, and I will get back.
Do you ever fantasize about being killed?
Never.
Do you ever wonder about all the different ways of dying? You know, violently? And wonder, like, what would be the most horrible way to die?